Welcome to Wintercrest Park for CTN's live coverage of high school baseball. Tonight, the Cardinals host the Centennial Cougars. Joey Shapiro behind home plate, and Howie, a late-season matchup between conference and section rivals with a lot of seeding implications on the line.
Yeah, this is a big game for both squads. Both Coon Rapids just a little bit ahead of Mounds View and Centennial in the standings for this section. So a win here for Coon Rapids would be big and maybe go a long way to be the number 3 seed in the section. So they've got some tough non-conference games coming up, but this is an important one, and it will go well towards where they're going to finish in the section.
Yeah, just a handful of games remaining in the regular season with the tournament not far off. Ray Wellner set to get the start on the hill for the Cardinals.
Yeah, Wellner comes in with a 1-2 record and a 1.85 earned run average. This Cardinal pitching squad as a whole, under 2.0 for an ERA.
Yeah, the defensively and pitching has been stellar for the Cardinals, especially in the last couple of weeks. Here's a look at the Cougars as they come to the plate. How they're going to try to attack Mr. Wellner. Shortstop Levi Falck leading things off. Bryan Pierson is behind him. Wyatt Schoephoerster is in the third spot. Kyle Nordby, the pitcher, hitting cleanup. Dylan Hagen, Trei Driskell, Colten Riebel, Theo Johnson, and finally Blake Haugen, the catcher, round out the order for the Cougars. First pitch down and away all the way to the backstop. Not the start that Wellner was looking for.
Falk steps to the plate, hitting .279 on the season, and this is a Centennial squad that, it's been up and down this year. They've their record's 7-8 as they come into this contest, and looking to see if they can even it up.
One just misses outside. It's quickly 2-0 to Levi Falck. And now up high, 3-0.
Certainly not where Wellner wants to be. He does not want to walk this leadoff hitter.
Well, the first couple trying to work on that outside edge and then climb the ladder a bit with that last one. This one's down and in, but it's called a strike on the corner. Falk taking all the way.
I don't think he agreed with that. He kind of shook his head a little bit, thought that pitch was low, but our official calls it a strike at the knees.
And that one's a fastball low, ball 4. And a leadoff walk for Falk.
Next up for Centennial, number 3 center fielder Bryan
Good
Pierson.
start for the Cougars here. On the road, getting their leadoff hitter on with a free pass.
There's a look at the defense for the Cardinals. Noah Wolf, Jake Hansen, and Avery Lehman in the outfield left to right. Tyler Brick and Robert Morrissette on the right side of the infield. Jake Dujmovic, the shortstop. Zach Remund at third. Dayo Lawal is doing the catching. And now Bryan Pierson, the shortstop, or the center fielder, drops down a perfect bunt. It went about 6 inches in front of the plate and spun there, giving himself up to move that leadoff man into scoring position.
Yeah, well placed, Joe. And Lawal looked down to second to see if he was going to be able to get that lead runner. So you're going to see it just drop right in front of the plate. Watch Dayo take a look down at second before realizing the play to first was his best option. And to get that first out, but you get a runner in scoring position now with one away.
Yeah, you'd love to get that leadoff man, but you have to take the outs they're giving you.
Hey, let's go, Shep.
Think of yourself, Ray.
Runner takes a big cheat off, but then returns to the base as the pitch is down and into Schoephoerster, 1-0.
Schoephoerster steps to the plate, batting .222 on this season. Like to limit what he does at the plate. Big hitter coming up next for Centennial.
This one fouled back, out of play, leaving things up at 1-1. Runner is off, pitch is fouled back, out of play. There was no bluff that time. Falk got on his horse.
Falck being aggressive has got a big jump off second base and didn't hesitate to head to third on that pitch.
Wellner in control now, 1-2 as he looks in. Schoephoerster wants time.
One more, Ray.
One out, the runner at second base here in the top of the first inning. The 1-2 pitch from Wellner is lined to right center. Falck will turn and he'll come in to score. An RBI single for Schoephoerster has the Cougars on the board.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting by Schoephoerster as he's able to drill that into right center field, and an easy first run of the game for the Cougars. Cut through that fastball and put it into that gap in right center field. Hansen having to come over and cutting it off, but Falck easily scores the first run of the game.
And now pitcher Kyle Nordby with a man at first and one away. Loves to see his team get him a lead before he ever toes the rubber. And now an opportunity to help his own cause by padding it. First pitch is off outside, ball one.
Yeah, he's hitting .304 as he steps to the plate. So good hitting a player for the Cougars, and as you mentioned, looking to continue to help his cause. Yeah, this Cardinal club certainly would like to limit the run production here. They've been having some problems at the plate of their own.
This one chop fouled on the third base line.
So they'd like to limit the damage just to the one run here if at all possible.
This one lofted to right center. Over for it is Lehman for out number two.
Yeah, it looked like a little more juice off the bat, but it held up for Lehman in right field. Caught that in right center. Big second out. So eliminates a good hitter at the plate.
And now second baseman Dylan Haugen. See if he can keep this inning going for the Cougars.
Haugen hitting .286 as he steps to the plate.
Runner is off. And he got a great jump. He was in easily. Easy call for Pete Larkin on the base pass.
And a stolen base for Schoephoerster.
Just a great jump.
Yeah, it was huge.
There's really no chance for Lawal on the throw. He made
the
a
throw
great throw.
Yeah, the throw was right on the mark.
But not in time, and Schoephoerster in safe. A 1-0 count to Haugen, and now a single could add to that lead for the Cougars. This one chopped right side. Waiting on it is Morrissette. Easy throw to Brick for out number 3. A walk, a sacrifice, and a single leads to a run for the Cougars in the top of the first. Cardinals trying to answer when we return on CTN. Pitching coach Matt Mossy over having a little word with starting pitcher Ray Wellner. Kyle Nordby will start for the Cougars, and he will start with the lead. Here's a look at how the Cardinals will try to answer. Jake Dujmovic leading things off. Robert Morrissette is on deck. Zach Remund, the third baseman, hitting third. John Olsen is DHing in the cleanup spot. Dayo Lawal behind him. Jake Hansen, the center fielder, hitting sixth. Tyler Brick is in the 7 spot and playing at first. Avery Lehman and Noah Wolf The right and left fielders, respectively, will round out the order. Here's a look at how the Cougars line up in the field. Colten Riebel, Bryan Pierson, and Trei Driskell in the grass. Theo Johnson at first, Dylan Hagen, the second baseman, Levi Falck at short, and Schoephoerster is at third. Blake Haugen is doing the catching for Kyle Nordby.
Oh, Dujmovic, who started the season fairly hot, has cooled down a little bit, batting 179 as he steps to the plate, looking to get that average above 200.
Easy one to lay off, up over the shoulders, 1-0.
Coach Co kind of flipped the lineup a little bit this week for today, and Dujmovic has been hitting a little more towards the bottom, leading off here this afternoon.
Good pitch there to even things up, 1-1.
Nice win for the softball team today, Joe. They beat Centennial 3-2. Kayla Thoen, complete game win. Hansen, Wilkins, and Gomez with RBI in the 3-2 win. So good job by the softball squad.
Dujmovic able to check his swing. That pitch stayed just above the letters, 2-1. Popped back and foul, out of play, 2-2.
Of course, give a shout out. Thanks, head coach Zach Nienaber, for sending me a text letting me know that information. There's Jerry Coe, head coach, in his 24th season as the skipper for the Coon Rapids Cardinals. What a stellar career he's had.
2-2 pitch from Nordby to leadoff man Jake Dujmovic. And it just misses. Count goes full.
Man, that did just miss.
Looked like it dropped in, but a little too late.
A tough one to hold off on, too.
3-2 pitch. Skied to short left. Coming in on it is Driskell. He'll make the catch for out number 1.
Yeah, Dujmovic having worked into a 3-2 count.
Next up for your Cardinals.
Relatively easy fly ball for the first out of the inning.
Morrissette.
And now Robert Morrissette in the second base spot today.
Robert hitting .265 from the left side.
Called strike on the outside edge, 0-1.
Yeah, we talked about it senior night here, and I believe we talked about, maybe we didn't, we failed to mention, but senior night here at the ballpark. Number of juniors, though, in the starting lineup for Coon Rapids. Morrissette being one of them.
And a good fastball at the knees makes it 0-2. Nordby with one to waste. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2. Swinging strike 3, and that's out number 2.
Yeah, big fastball by Nordby.
Number 17, third baseman.
Morrissette couldn't catch up with it.
And now the third baseman, Zach Remund. Try and get something going here with 2 out in the bottom of the first inning. Coon Rapids trailing Centennial 1-0. Fastball in for a strike.
And Raymond's hitting a $1.25 as he steps to the plate. And, you know, some of these softer hitting players at the beginning of this lineup looking for a little spark from Coon Rapids, see if they can get their bats going.
And now 0-2.
Of course, Zach, a senior. Talked about some number of juniors in the lineup.
Nordby trying to make it a very quick inning. The 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Back-to-back strikeouts and 1-2-3. Bottom of the first. We go to the second. Centennial 1, Coon Rapids 0 on CTN.
Sure is a nice day for a ride.
I mean, I gotta go.
Traffic's a little heavy, though. I wonder if this person in front of me sees me.
I'll listen to this song.
I'm sure they see me.
What should I make for dinner?
It looks clear. Let's get in front of this bus here.
Maybe I should pick up Chinese. I don't feel like cooking tonight.
Okay, everything looks good.
There's something going on over there.
They really gotta see me in that mirror.
Oh, I better get on the other side of the road.
Hey, look out!
Look twice for motorcyclists.
If you have a collision at 25 miles an hour and you're not wearing a seatbelt, it's like falling from a 2-story building. At 40 miles an hour, it's like falling from 6 stories high. And at 60 miles an hour, if you're not wearing your seatbelt and you crash, it's like falling from 12 stories high. Buckle up. A message from the Minnesota Department of Public Safety.
As Howie mentioned, it's senior night. Getting some gifts, some recognition for the players, their parents. And a nice night for a ball game to have this special occasion.
No question about it. Congratulations to the seniors. Good luck to them. And of course, this is being the last sporting events of the year, coming down to the end.
Wellner starts Driskell off with a strike at the knees. That's something he struggled with. He came out through 4 straight balls, had a tough time a little bit finding the strike zone in that first inning. A better start here as Driskell fouls it off and falls behind quickly, 0-2. Try to get him to reach for 1 down and away, and Driskell not offering.
262 hitting average for Trei Driskell as he steps to the plate.
Just off the outside edge, and the count is even at 2-2.
Raleigh Gertson, head coach for the Centennial Cougars. I believe it's his 3rd season as the skipper.
Pulled the string, and Driskell out in front of the changeup, strike 3. First strikeout of the game for Wellner.
Yeah, nice job by Wellner to record that strikeout. Big swing and a miss. Saw that pitch just drop a little at the end.
And now Colten Riebel looks at a pitch that misses low.
Riebel hitting .500 as he steps to the plate.
It's pretty solid for your
That's a
number
solid
7
average.
hitter.
Absolutely.
I always like to have that 500 hitter in the 7th spot. Can't catch up with the fastball there. It's 1-1. Another fastball with a swinging strike, 1-2.
Yeah, good velocity on that, and that ball down in the zone as well. Nicely placed pitch.
Down in the dirt and skips all the way to the Centennial dugout. 2-2.
A little housekeeping for our home plate. Make sure we can see that, brush that plate off.
All right, now we're ready. A 2-2 pitch for Wellner. And again, down and away in the dirt. And the count goes full.
He was trying to keep that ball low again, but last few pitches, not the exact location he'd like to see them be in.
Well, he's been able to get ahead in the count 0-2 to the first 2 batters of the inning. Then fell to 2-2 before getting the strikeout, and now 3-2, and it's turning into a long affair here with Colten Riebel. We'll be looking at his 7th pitch. This one chopped back just over the head of Wellner. Scooped up by Dujmovic. The throw is not in time. Good speed down the line by Riebel to beat out the high chopper.
Yeah, again, it took a little time to get out there. Died a little bit in that infield grass, although it looks a little shorter here than it did the other day.
Yeah, it was playing very slow on Friday, and I think part of that had to do with how damp it had been.
Below zero temperatures.
And how cold. Yeah, pretty good scoop and throw by Dujmovic, but again, that high hop over the hill, and just good speed down the line by Riebel, beats it out for an infield single. Bunt attempt laid down nicely by Johnson. Johnson sacrifices himself, and Riebel moves over to second. That's out number 2.
Next up for Centennial.
In a good situation. Now you get a runner in scoring position, but 2 away.
And the 9th hitter in the lineup, the catcher Blake Haugen.
Haugen's hitting 190 as he steps to the plate. Big situation for the number 9 hitter.
Oh, the pitch in the dirt, skips away from Lawal, and over to third goes Riebel.
Again, in a situation, Wellner just getting that ball a little bit too low. And you mentioned skipping by Dayo Lawal, who advanced that runner 2 away. You just got to be concerned about the hitter and get that third out and get out of the inning without any damage.
Trying to stay low, and is too low again. It's 2-0. And you definitely like to get this batter and not see the order turn over.
Absolutely.
And now up high, overcorrecting a little bit. It's 3-0.
Nice pitch. Oh, I thought they called a strike.
It's a little high. That's the second walk of the evening for Wellner. And it puts runners at the corners with 2 out, and the leadoff man, Levi Falck, stepping in. Falck walked and scored,
Number 4, Noah Greensway.
leading off the first inning.
Okay, now you have your force at second. But again, just trying to get out of this inning.
First pitch hit well to center. Going back on it is Hansen. It's over his head, and one hops the fence. First run will score easily, and look at Falck fly into third standing up. A stand-up 2 RBI triple for Levi Falck.
Yeah, with two away, and again, a situation where that pitch is where it needed to be for Falck, and he drilled it over the head of Jake Hansen in center field. As you mentioned, to hop up against the fence, and not before 2 runs will come home, but up a little bit in the zone. Perfect pitch to hit. As you see Hansen chasing that to the wall.
And great speed. I mean, obviously, Haugen could leave first at the sound of the bat with 2 outs, so he was running hard, but Falck nearly caught up with him. Coming around second, he was flying, and no chance to get him at third. Now Bryan Pierson. Pierson laid down a sacrifice his first time up. Pitch is inside, 1-1. They call that a strike? They did call that a strike. 0-2. This one fouled back out of play, and Pierson will stay alive. 2 runs on the board in the inning for Centennial, and they got Levi Falck at third here with 2 out. They have that 3-0 lead. Not quite through an inning and a half. Good bender. Got him swinging, and it was in the dirt, so Lawal has to throw down, but it's a strikeout to end the inning, but 2 runs score on the triple by Falck. It's a 3-0 lead for Centennial as we go to the bottom of the second.
Extra DWI enforcement is now being served on Minnesota roads. Don't be what you drink. Extra DWI enforcement is now being served on Minnesota roads. Don't be what you drink.
I rescued Toast from a shelter in 2011. I love Toast because she's a lazy diva. Toast does whatever she wants, obviously. She's sleeping right now. She's an epic snuggler. She's so comforting. She's so loving. Toast makes me laugh. When I walked into the shelter, I knew right then that she was special.
Ballerina.
Sometimes all it takes to be a dad is remembering how to be a kid again. Take time to be a dad today.
Back at Wintercrest, Kyle Nordby now with a 3-run lead as he starts off here in the second inning. And he works the curveball to John Olson, but misses 1-0.
John, one of the leading hitters on this squad, batting .366 as he steps to the plate. And Cardinals now having to dig out of a little bit of a hole down 3-0, as you mentioned.
Well, and as we talked about, a team that's been struggling with its offense.
Oh, no better time to snap out of this, the doldrums of not hitting the balls when you're down.
Where did that one miss? Looked like a pretty good pitch,
did.
but it's 3-0. That's low, ball 4. First base runner of the ball game for the Cardinals. A leadoff walk for John Olson.
Next up for Coon Rapids, catching number 24, Dayo Lawal.
Dayo Lawal. Last at bat of his that we saw here, Shapiro went over the left field fence.
It did. A nice shot. And he's been hitting well since he got back in line and missed the first 4 games of the season, but batting .400 now. It's in a good situation for him to see if he can again, try and dig out this little bit of a hole down 3-0.
Fastball high. Pretty easy take there. And another good hitter, Jake Hansen, on deck. Olson getting chased back to first. He's there in time. Off-speed pitch, and Lawal follows it back to the backstop. Got just a piece of that, wanted to send that one over the fence.
He did.
I think they're calling for a brush for his cleats.
Yeah. Good call, P. Larkin. Yeah, they're bringing it out. With Lindstrom hustling it out to the mound.
Good hustle.
Yeah.
Put the brush back there for him so the pitchers can unclog the cleats. And now Nordby back on the rubber and ready to get restarted. A 1-1 count here to Dayo Lawal with a man at first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. Centennial leading Coon Rapids 3-0. Pretty conservative lead by Olsen over at first. Nordby coming home and left the hanger upstairs. 2-1.
We got a little time off for Nordby to clean his cleats, and then Dayo decided he wanted to call a little time and make Nordby wait a little bit between pitches.
Now a 2-1 count. Nordby goes back to the fastball. This is fouled back out of play. Evens things up at 2-2. Again, they check on Olsen, and going to be pretty tough to pick him off. He's not getting that far off the base, but they want to make sure, with nobody out there, keeping him very close.
Yeah, you had mentioned that. Not much of a lead, fairly conservative for John Olsen, but they don't want to get him any chance of getting a lead.
This one hit to the left side, stopped up by Schoephoerster. No play at second. The throw to first is offline, and Lawal's on base. First and second now, nobody out.
Yeah, Schoephoerster bobbled that ball a little bit. Took that chance to get Olsen at second. And Lawal was with some speed running down the line, able to beat that one out. You see the Schoephoerster not able to take that ball in and off the line.
No chance for Johnson to stretch that far.
Alex Bowie, courtesy runner at first for the Cardinals.
And now Jake Hansen at the plate with 2 on and nobody out.
Hansen hitting .348. As you talked about, one of the better Cardinal hitters in the lineup. This would be a good time for him to get a hold of one at this point.
Good pitch there. Right at the knees on the outside edge, 1-1. Cardinals still looking for their first hit of the ball game, a walk and an error. Have them threatening here in the second, and Hansen mistimed the off-speed pitch, 1-2. Misses just high, 2-2.
Some of the Centennial faithful thought that pitch was in the zone, and they may have a little bit of an argument. Didn't miss by much.
Curveball stays high, full count. And now Haugen wants time. He's going to go out and talk to his pitcher here.
Definitely doesn't want to lose him in this situation. That would load the bases up with nobody out. Tyler Brick, the hitter on deck.
Cougars just got the lead. They want to hold on to it.
They do.
Nordby's 3-2 pitch, and Hansen got a piece of it, but it's squeezed by Haugen for out number 1. Third strikeout of the game for Nordby.
First baseman, number 21, Tyler Brick.
And as you mentioned, the first base minder, Tyler Brick, will come up. Another look at it.
That's a big out for Nordby and the Cougars. Get a pretty good hitter at the plate. Get him on the strikeout. Face a 250 hitter in Tyler Brick.
Good pitch there, called a strike. And getting ahead in the count early, something that he has not been able to do here in this second inning. This one skied to right at Riebel. He'll come in a little bit, make the catch for out number 2. Tagging and moving to third is Olsen. The throw will not come through. The runners at the corners, now 2 out.
Next up for your Cardinals, number 3, right
fielder. Coon Rapids just trying to stretch a run across. Pretty good hitter in Avery Lehman up to the plate. Hitting .333 on the season. I'm sorry, .358. Batting average just got better. Matter of moments.
Amazing what happens when you put the specs on. Fastball misses low for Nordby, 1-0.
Coon Rapids like to get at least a run in this situation.
Come on, Eve. Come on, 3.
Check Bowie back at first. He reaches safely.
Steal on here.
Fastball misses high, 2-0.
Good patience at the plate by Lehman. Realizing that pitch up in the zone. Make sure he holds off on it.
Bowie is going from first, the pitch right back towards second. Took a slow hop and the runner is safe. Good speed and kind of a fortunate hop for Lehman through the infield. Had Haugen moving on the hit and run, and then he had to come back, but it just took a weird hop and kind of slowed down in the infield and gave Lehman a chance to beat out the throw. And Coon Rapids on the board.
Well, that's what they needed to do. They needed to bring home a run in that situation. Yeah, it was an odd-looking situation there as it takes that weird hop. Haugen can't get over to first in time.
Nearly had Bowie picked off, but he's able to scamper back safely.
I'd throw a little bit high from Nordby. The Falck not able to get the tag down. Fortunately for Bowie, that was the case.
Left fielder Noah Wolf at the plate now. Swings under the fastball, 1-0, or 0-1. One of the two, something like that. Infield single by Lehman, the first hit of the game for the Cardinals, and brings home their first run, now trailing 3-1. This one hit high to short center. Coming in on it is Pierson. Out from second to make the snag, though, is Hagen. And Coon Rapids will leave 2 stranded. They do get 1 across. It's a 3-1 game going to the third.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Ready to get the third inning get the third inning started. It's easy for me to say.
Exactly. Cardinals able to get a run back. Now just trail by 2. And this is a big inning for Wellner. He just wants to see if he can make it a quick one. Get his squad back to the plate.
Wyatt Schoephoerster leading off. Had an RBI single his first time up.
Nice pitch.
Evens things up, 1-1. This one poked through the hole on the left side, a leadoff single for Schoephoerster. His second base knock of the ball game.
Yeah, a couple of nice at bats so far for Wyatt Schoephoerster. Not the way Ray Wellner wanted his inning to start here, but a good piece of hitting. He's able to find that hole between third and short.
That'll bring up the pitcher, Kyle Nordby. Fly to right back in the first inning. Now with a runner at first and nobody out. Trying to get that run back. He surrendered in the bottom half of the second inning. This one scorched to left. Solid base knock. No chance for anyone to make a play on that back-to-back singles. And the Cougars got something cooking here in the third.
Yeah, they definitely do. And we will have a courtesy runner.
Glad to see you put on the specs before.
I did before so I can actually see what I'm
trying
doing.
to read.
Chad Keinholz. It's going to be the courtesy runner for the pitcher. And as you mentioned, a little something cooking for the Cougars.
Second baseman Dylan Hagen grounded out first time up, showed bunt, pulled back, takes it for a strike. We've already seen him drop down a couple of sacrifices successfully, and both times they have done so, the Cougars have been able to push that run across. And now with nobody out, runners at first and second, they'd love to get both guys into scoring position. There's a good bunt. Dropped down the third base line, fielded by Wellner. The throw off line as Hagen slides in safely, and they're all loaded up.
That would have been tough play to get. Just see bases loaded.
And good speed by Hagen. It was a great bunt.
Yeah, perfect bunt.
That's going to be an infield single.
We've seen a couple of nice bunts by the Cougars here so far this evening. Nick Harold warming up in the bullpen. He's going to see this bunt just drop down perfectly. And Wellner, good throw, would have been tough to get him. A little bit offline.
And now Trei Driskell. Chance to pad the lead here. Curveball, nice stop by Lawal. As that one hit the dirt wide of home and maybe even out in front of it. And that gets past with this much foul space. And one run's going to score. They go back to the breaking pitch, and again it misses outside, 2-0. And Coach Coe wants to take a walk to the mound and talk to his pitcher here. don't want to see things get any worse.
Well, we talked about what a big game this is for both teams, and neither team would like to drop this contest. And right now, Centennial in the driver's seat, up 3. We're on bases, 3-1, bases loaded, and nobody out. Coach Coe, as you mentioned, taking a walk out to the mound, see if he can calm him down a little bit, talk a little strategy. Oh, he wants him to pitch here, down 2-0 in the count. Yeah, this situation, he's got to be careful what he throws here.
Driskell back in the box at 2-0 count, and Wellner coming to the plate, down low again. It's 3-0, and no place to put him.
No. His location seems to be a little off tonight. There it is, a walk.
Ball 4, 4-pitch walk with the bases loaded. Third walk of the game allowed by Wellner. This one with bases loaded will give an RBI to Driskell as Schoephoerster comes home.
Yeah, he's coming out. Nick Harold's gonna go in and pitch. That'll be it for Ray Wellner. Disappointed, I'm sure. Not the start he wanted. Last start pretty strong. I think he went a complete game his last start.
And we will take a short break as they get Harold some warm-up pitches. He's going to come up in a big situation. His team trailing 4-1. The bases loaded. Nobody out here in the top of the third. You're watching live high school baseball on CTN.
Na 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 na, I love you so. I love you, I love you. La 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 la, la 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 la.
We're here.
Yay!
It's a short drive from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it, let's go.
So Nick Harold will come on in relief a lot earlier than the Cardinals wanted to see their starter make his exit. Harold, who pitched on Friday when we were here, threw a nice game against New Prague, but ended up being the loser in that one, a 3-2 loss for the Cardinals.
Harold comes in with a 3-1 record, a 1.17 earned run average.
Well, and he will start off against the right fielder, Colten Riebel. Riebel with a single and then later scored in that second inning. And Harold starts him with a fastball for a strike.
Harold with 20 strikeouts in 24 innings pitched. Pretty good stat there.
That one misses wide, 1-1. And now 1-2. Big situation for Harold. Bases loaded, already trailing by 3 here in this third inning. Nobody out. Bender didn't quite bend enough, 2-2. Fouled and out of play.
Almost got our camera out, Blake Johnson. Kind of just whizzed right by him.
Got to stay on your toes.
He's usually pretty good. I'm surprised he didn't catch that out of midair, just snag it.
Without leaving his camera.
Well, he's a very talented man.
Another 2-2 pitch. This one skied. May stay in play, and just Devery Foss had to stay on his toes. It did stay inside, but unable to
protect the camera, Devery.
Make the play with Tyler Brick.
Protect the That's
right.
camera.
Enough ducking away from the camera. You're supposed to sacrifice your body.
Yeah, it's like, you know.
Bruises are a lot cheaper to
come on.
They're a lot cheaper to recover from than a broken camera. Another foul out of play. That was Shapiro's, but he got a late start on it and didn't come anywhere near. You're showing your age.
No.
A couple years ago, you'd have snaked them.
I would have.
Like
I would have been all over that.
But it'll stay 2-2 to Riebel. Bases loaded, nobody out here in the top of the third inning. Harold trying to get him out of this, and that one's in the dirt. They're going to score 2 on the wild pitch because Lawal had absolutely no idea where it went. And that's a tough one.
Yeah, that is definitely a tough one. Yeah, pitch in the dirt. And, you know, just heads up base running by the Cougars, just realizing that ball was lost out by the fence, by the dugout. Lawal wasn't sure where that was and able to bring in a couple. You see it go right off him. He's looking around for it, not sure where that is. Looking for some assistance from some of his teammates.
And that is ball 4. A well-earned walk for Colten Riebel, fouled off a couple of pitches to stay alive. And now runners at the corners with still no one out. Now 6-1 the lead for Centennial.
Now so far the Cougars able to double their run production from previous. Went in with that 3-run lead, able to get 3 more so far. And as you mentioned, nobody out. It's still cooking for the Cougars.
Theo Johnson laid down a sacrifice his first time up. I'm going to guess that's off the table here with a runner at third and 2 already across. Riebel hustles over to second. They tried to fake out the runner Driskell with the hard throw back to the mound, but Driskell not buying, and now 2 runners in scoring position. Curveball hit right back in front of the plate, little flip, and they got him. It was a big out at home plate.
Well, good job by Lawal to hang on to that baseball. There's a flip from Harold. He's able to hold on to it and apply the tag at the same time. That just died in front of the plate. Harold's going to come in on it. Watch the flip.
Lawal doing a nice job of blocking the plate.
Yeah, and again, you see the ball there. Good job of hanging on to it.
Yeah, and I don't know. Driskell obviously pleading his case, but I don't think he ever got to the plate. That was a nice job by Lawal of covering it up, taking home plate away. And now the catcher, Blake Haugen, with 1 out and runners at the corners. Swings hard at the high heat and comes up empty. 0-1.
Go, Blake.
Riebel the runner at third, Johnson at first. Haugen looking for an 0-1 pitch. And they throw out. Johnson back to first.
Yeah, they're seeing if they can try and catch Theo Johnson off the bag. Getting just a really short lead off first.
Fastball catches the outside edge, 1-2. didn't miss
It
by much.
did
I'm not
not.
sure Haugen held off, but he did, and it's 2-2. Reaches out for that one and pokes it foul. It'll stay 2-2.
The Cardinals just trying to get out of this jam. Already 3 runs across. Still just 1 away.
Couldn't get him to reach for that one.
He tried.
And the count goes full.
A good patience at the plate by Haugen. Not to chase that pitch a little outside.
Pitch is down low, ball 4. Second walk for Harold since coming in. And all 3 men he's faced have reached base. It's the 3rd walk in the inning for the Cougars. And now back to the top of the order. Levi Falck, the big 2-run triple last time he was up. Now with the bases loaded and 1 away. He's not going to offer at the breaking pitch outside.
Yeah, and Harold's got to be careful in this situation, too, with a good hitter at the plate. Just 1 away and bases juiced.
That one's off the handle, foul and wide of first. And better job, Devery, sort of.
Sort of.
At first, I thought he was actually protecting the camera.
No, it just happened to be.
He was turning.
He was turning
He was
away.
following it.
He was.
It's a heck of a job following that ball all the way around behind you. We do have some of the best camera operators in the business.
Without a doubt.
That's why we always recommend this shot down the line and a fair ball running to the corner. 2 runs are going to score. And they're going to hold the 3rd run. Having to scramble back to second was Falck. A 2-run double. He's now got 4 RBI and 2 extra base hits.
Yeah, again, good piece of hitting. They put it in that sweet spot of the zone, and Falck does a nice job of driving it down that right field line. 8-1 lead now for the Cougars. Still just 1 away. You have runners at second and third. Again, just turns on that pitch and drills it down that right field line. You can see it touching the green. Lehman bringing it over, but going over, but not before 2 more runs will score.
And now Bryan Pierson is the 9th hitter of the inning for Centennial. Four hits, 3 walks in the inning.
You know, the Cardinals coming into this game really just not allowing just about 2 runs a game, already 8 here for Centennial.
5 in this inning alone. And now it's 2-1 to Pierson.
Nice pitch there.
Go, 2-2 to the center fielder, Bryan Pierson.
You know, there's a good chance, Joe, how this game shakes out. It's a good chance that these 2 teams can be facing each other in the first game of the section.
It's a possibility.
It's a possibility.
Curveball misses wide, and that's ball 4. And the bases are loaded once more. And again, that's 4 walks in the inning.
It's a long inning. It's definitely a long inning for Coon Rapids. And a good hitter coming to the plate again.
Schoephoerster started it all with a single.
Yep.
Later scored. He's 2 for 2. Drove one in as well. It's in for a called strike, 1-1. Took a cut at that fastball, though it was up a little bit. It's 2-1, or 1-2. How do you play this game?
It was either 1-2 or 2-1.
That hit him.
Yeah.
And that's another free RBI. Well, not a free RBI, but.
Next up for Centennial, number 19, Kyle Nordby.
Bruce for a base.
He'll take it.
That'll bring Haugen home.
Just kind of running that off.
Falck to third, Pierson to second, and Schoephoerster at first base.
Seems to be okay.
Twist it up, D.
Nordby at the plate now for the Cougars.
Ground out.
Nordby fouls this one back. Nordby's been sitting in the dugout a long time.
Yeah, he's got to like the situation.
Yeah, he's not going to be too disappointed that he's getting so much rest.
Nope.
As his team is running up the score.
He almost offered that pitch. It's going to be called a ball.
This one hit to right, sinking, and will fall in front of Lehman. They're going to hold the second runner, and he has to scramble to get back. Then the throw skips away, but not far enough. It'll be an RBI single. But boy, Pierson had taken a big turn.
He did.
Had to scramble back.
Next up for the Cougars, number 2, second baseman Dylan Hagen.
And again, bases remain loaded and just one away. Nick Speltz getting some throws in the bullpen for Coon Rapids.
And that'll bring up Dylan Hagen. Dylan Hagen, a bunt single earlier in this inning. Really just wanted to sacrifice the runners to second and third, but laid it down so well and beat it out with good speed.
Cardinals just need the bleeding to stop at this point.
Pitch in the dirt. Scampering home is Pierson. Everybody advances a base. Second wild pitch, allowing a run to score in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a tough inning for Coon Rapids, no question about it.
And now it's 2-0. Good pitch there, breaks across and in to the right-handed hitter. It's 2-1. Called strike, 2-2. 8 runs across in the inning, runners at second and third, and still only one away here in the inning. And now a full count to Hagen.
Yeah, this is a definition of a long inning for the home squad. And not in a positive way.
This one foul out of play. And we'll try again at 3-2.
Nowhere near you, Devry.
Goes chasing the high fastball for strike 3. And finally, Coon Rapids records another out.
Yeah, you get their second out of the inning, and now you just you're looking at the hitter at the plate just get out of the inning and try and erase that 10-run lead.
Yeah, 11 straight men reached base in the inning for the Cougars. The only out before that was the out at home plate on the little chopper that Nordby was able to, or no, that was, no, it was it was Harold. Yeah, it was Harold that was able to flip it home.
Yep.
Missing low, 1-1.
Roundabout deep.
Nordby just in trying to stay warm, as we talked about. He's been on the shelf so long as this inning has continued. This is the 13th batter of the inning.
Well, and he comes to the as soon as this inning is over, we'll go back to the mound with a huge lead.
Huge. 10-run lead at this point. Pitch sails on Harold a little bit. It's 2-1 to Driskell. Oh, it's 3-1, and now it's ball 4, and the bases are loaded again.
Next up for Centennial, midfielder number 7.
I think we're going to see a pitching change here. I think Coach Co has seen enough. Nick Harold.
Well, it's 9 batters.
Yeah.
He only retired 1.
Nick Spelt's only an inning under his belt so far this season. He's going to get the opportunity to try and get that third out.
So we will take a break while they warm up yet another pitcher. Centennial has blown the lead open. They lead 11-1 here in the top of the 3rd inning. You're watching live high school baseball on CTN.
Na 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 na, I love you so. I love you, I love you. La 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 la, la 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 la.
We're here.
Yay!
It's a short drive from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
Spelt's on the mound.
3rd pitcher of the inning for the Cardinals. And you're talking about 2 pitchers who've been pretty trusty thus far in the season and just not their nights.
Now, we talked about Spelt's just 1 inning of pitching under his belt so far this season. Coming in here relatively cold, trying to get the Cardinals out of the inning, bases loaded, 2 away.
Colten Riebel walked and scored in this inning. Singled and scored in the 2nd. Quickly ahead, and they count 2-0. And Spelt's staying outside, 3-0. And a 4-pitch walk with the bases loaded. That's an RBI for Riebel. And a 12-1 lead. Ninth run of the inning for the Cougars. It'll bring up Theo Johnson. Johnson chopped one right in front of home plate and reached on the fielder's choice. That turned out to be the first out of the inning, the little flip to the plate to get Trei Driskell. #15th batter of the inning.
Let's get your hacks.
That one's in for a strike. 2-2. This one chopped. Spelt's able to reach up and grab it and get the out at first to finally end the top half of the third inning, but 9 runs score for Centennial. They lead 12-1 in the middle of the third inning on CTF.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Beautiful moon on this evening at Wintercrest Park. Not so beautiful scoreboard if you're a hometown fan. A 12-1 deficit for the Cardinals. They got some work to do to get out of this.
Good crowd here.
Top of the inning, top of the order due up here in the bottom of the third. Yeah, great crowd on hand.
On Nordby, after getting a long layoff, we'll see what he has. He's pitched pretty well so far early on.
Yeah,
just one base hit for the Cardinals.
Well, you want to talk about having no pressure.
A little cushion. Get a little bit of a cushion.
Yeah. I mean, and he stayed warm. We saw him in the dugout, just keeping his arm warm. He starts Dujmovic off with a strike.
Yeah, we talked about the Cardinals hitting woes, and they haven't been hitting the ball. Just one hit so far tonight. And now you're in a situation where it's a huge hill to climb, down by 11.
Yeah, 9 runs on 5 hits in the top half of this
5
inning.
walks.
5 walks and a hit batter.
Yeah.
Two and one. And a called strike on the outside edge evens it up. Dujmovic could fly to left field his first time up. One of the team captains would love to start a rally for his squad, but they need a big rally.
Yeah, they haven't been able to string hits together in a while.
This one hit right back to Nordby. Easy play, smart jog over, and a little underhanded toss to Johnson for out number 1.
Next up for your Cardinals, number 2, second baseman.
That's how it's done.
That is how it's done. That's how they draw it up.
And that'll bring up Robert Morrissette. Morrissette struck out. First time up. Seems like an hour and a half ago.
Yeah.
Showed bunt, pulled it back. It will be a ball. Fastball fouled to the backstop.
Looks like Jake Dujmovic is going to go get some throws into the bullpen as well for Coon Rapids.
Got any eligibility left? They may need you.
No, I blew my right arm out, so I'm done. I'm done.
This one lined is short on a hop. Falck up with it. The throw is low, but a good scoop by Johnson for out number 2.
Yeah, Morissette's got some speed down the line, and
Next up for the
he
Cardinals,
had to make a quick
third
throw
baseman,
over there.
17,
Barely
Zach
got him,
Raymond.
but got him.
And now the third baseman, Zach Remund, also a strikeout victim his first time up. Went down swinging on 3 pitches. Nordby staying on the gas and starting him out with strike 1. That one misses down and away, 1-1.
Line of mark.
Up and in. Nordby pitching with a little bit of urgency.
Yeah.
He wants to get his guys back to the dugout and say, hey, I liked watching you guys hit the ball. Or take walks, whichever. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, he was okay with that inning for his Cougars at the plate. Two pitch to Remund, curveball, and he got out in front of it, swinging strike 3. Fourth strikeout of the game for Nordby, another 1-2-3 inning, and his team hot at the plate gets another chance to take their axe when we return on CTN.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Under the lights at Wintercrest on a Tuesday night, and Coon Rapids, I think, would like to just come back and start this one over.
I believe that would be the case. Good. We talked about good turnout here tonight.
Great turnout.
Yeah, a lot of fans coming out on Joe Young bobblehead night.
It's interesting, much more better attended than Friday night's Frozen Fest.
Yes, it was. Well, people were smart and they stayed home because it was so cold.
Blake Haugen.
Watch it live. They could have watched it live on TV and stayed warm, had some cocoa.
Blake Haugen at the plate. He's 0 for 0. He's walked twice, scored twice. And he's quickly ahead in the count 3-0 as Spelt's having a little bit of trouble with the altitude. And that's a 4-pitch walk to the leadoff man.
Again, not the way you want to start if you're Coon Rapids. You had your share of walks in that third inning.
7 walks, 8 walks now in the game for Centennial.
Noah Greenswig going to be the courtesy runner over at first for the Cougars.
First pitch,
that's
skied,
yours.
out
That's yours.
of play. Oh, I'm not that agile anymore.
Blake Johnson, he's a little gun shy right now. He was ducking for that. Wasn't even near him. He dove off the truck.
Levi Falck has driven in 4 runs in this game. He's got a walk, a double, and a triple.
Yeah, he's having a nice night, I'd say, to say the least.
He's scored twice. It's nice production out of your leadoff spot.
Yeah.
This one skied just beyond the infield. Back on it is Morrissette coming in to make the catch from right as Lehman for out number 1. Well, and at the same time, Blake Haugen has reached base 3 times. Gotta love that from your number 9 hitter. But that's a good out for the Cardinals. Don't want to see things snowball the way they did in that 3rd inning.
Coach Gertzen talking to our home plate official about something.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention because the first base coach was speaking with Falck as he returned to the dugout as well.
Let's go, here we go.
Spells misses outside, 1-0 to Bryan Pierson. This one skied in the infield. Dujmovic calls for it, makes the catch for out number 2.
Yeah, they're on their way to a much quicker inning than the inning previous.
Famous last
words. Wyatt Schoephoerster.
I just like to get a reaction out of the truck.
Schoephoerster hit by a pitch and drove in a run last time. He's got a couple of hits, a couple RBI. He's scored a couple of times. Comes out hacking here.
Right off the mask of Dayo Lawal. Had to take a minute.
Yeah, that'll wake you up.
Yeah. That'll rattle the cage.
This one hit to right center. Over on it is Lehman. He'll make the catch and end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's Centennial 12, Coon Rapids 1. You're watching high school baseball on CTN.
Hi, may I please have an application? Thank you.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
Okay.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
You've messed up your son's haircut.
Mom?
Do you A, try to fix it?
Like it never happened.
B, work with what you got? Or C, show solidarity?
Thank you, baby.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers.
but you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Fans trying to stay upbeat. I think those are Centennial fans. They have a little bit easier time enjoying the contest thus far.
I would say.
Cougars with a 12-1 lead here in starting the bottom of the fourth inning. But Coon Rapids fans still trying to enjoy the night. Again, it was senior night for the team. This is not the kind of plan they had.
No. No question about it.
John Olson walked and scored the only run of the ball game thus far for the Cardinals back in the second inning. This one foul. Again, Nordby likes his rhythm, likes going to try and show some urgency here. This one hit well toward the gap in right center. It's going to be over the head of Pierson. And a leadoff double for Olson.
A nice way for Olson to start this inning as he got a hold of that fastball. No opportunity for Pierson in center field to get to that ball. You see him jump on that right in the heart of the plate. Pierson not able to catch up with it. Really the heart of the lineup for, at least for average, that the Cardinals are hitting at this point with Olson and Lawal and then Jake Hansen on deck.
Lawal swinging hard at the first pitch fastball, but comes up empty.
Well, Nordby had just allowed the one hit up until there.
Yeah, and that was an infield single.
Yep. His first solid base rap against him tonight.
That was that little hopper towards second that was beat out by Avery Lehman in the second inning.
Oh, right at the knees.
Fastball in for a strike. It's 1-2. Looked like a bit of a defensive swing there by Lawal just to make sure he got it foul and out of play. Protecting the plate with 2 strikes. Pokes that one right back through the middle. High hop off the mound. Well fielded by Falck, but the throw is not in time as Lawal beats it out. It's a great play by the shortstop, Falck. Fielding it well behind the base at second. A nice turn and a good throw, but Lawal's going to beat that one out.
Yeah, that's a close play at the bag as well, as we'll see on the replay again. A nice play, as you mentioned, by Falck. He's hustling down the line at that point. And there you see the throw, and good job by Lawal to hustle down the line to beat that out.
So now runners at the corners with nobody out. Jake Hansen coming to the plate. Fastball misses high.
Okay. 82. 82.
Curveball stays high, 2-0.
Good patience by Hansen to lay off that curveball.
Fastball, and Hansen comes up empty.
Yeah, he brought the heat on that fastball. Hansen a little late on it.
Another fastball evens the count, 2-2. This one popped up behind third. Falck is back into the grass and then has to chase it. It's going to fall. And a blooper that just got lost in the sky. It'll turn into an RBI single.
I think he called off Driskell, and Driskell held off on the ball, and then Falck, as you mentioned, lost where that ball was. You're going to see it just high fly ball. There you see Driskell coming in on it. It's going to fall behind Falck.
Well, and that's got to be the left fielder calling him off. Coming in, a lot easier than going out.
Absolutely.
So runners at first and second, nobody out. And one run across here in the fourth for the Cardinals. Tyler Brick at the plate. Shows bunt and offers, but comes up empty. Oh, 1 the count. Turns, drops down, a good bunt. Nordby will field. Throw over to Hagen covering. Good sacrifice, moves both runners into scoring position.
Yeah, and again, no other opportunity to go over to first for the out to move those runners up.
Cardinals, number 3, right fielder Avery Lehman.
You see that a good bunt, nice placement down by Brick, and Nordby coming in off the mound.
And here's Avery Lehman, an RBI single, as we talked about, an infield single. That scored the Cardinals' only run back in the second inning. This one came in on his hands. He fouled it off.
Oh, great situation for Nordby, heading the count 0-2.
And how about that for your DH? He walks and doubles and scores both times. Oof. Wow, was that a good curveball, and it baffled Lehman. He couldn't hold off. And a good scoop by Haugen, and applies the tag to complete the strikeout. Out number 2. And now Noah Wolf.
Yeah, Nordby just trying to get out of this inning now at this point with just the one run across. Keep a double-digit lead.
Fastball right down the pipe, strike 1. This one popped up wide at third. Over for it is Schoephoerster, and he can't reach it as it kind of drifted on him, and Wolf will stay alive.
It's an unfortunate situation for the Cougars. We'll see if that comes back to hurt him. Schoephoerster not able to bring that foul ball in, and had the opportunity, as you mentioned, drifting back a little bit, but didn't see it correctly.
Well, you're so used to tracking those high flies on bright, sunny days, and
different at night.
or at least bright afternoons, and now tracking it against the dark sky, a little bit different. Nordby with an 0-2 count, though, on Noah Wolf. Well outside, easy take for Wolf.
Yeah, and had that pitch to waste at that point. Just tried to get him to go see if he could chase something outside. Wolf smartly watches it go by.
Oof,
oh,
good
nice
curveball
pitch.
in, just frozen. Back-to-back strikeouts for Nordby to finish the frame. But after 4, it's Centennial 12, Coon Rapids 2, 5th inning coming up next on CTF.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Beautiful moon, beautiful night. It's a little bit chilly, but in comparison to Friday night when we were
Friday's
here,
ice ball.
It's pleasant.
Balmy. Yeah, it's pleasant
Balmy.
compared to that.
So 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up for Centennial here in the top of the 5th inning. Spelt's on for his second full inning of work, he hopes. This one lifted to left center. Over for it as Hansen makes the catch for out number 1.
Relatively quick out to start the top of the 5th.
Next up for the Cougars, number 2, second baseman Dylan Hagen.
And now Dylan Hagen.
A nice pitch there. Had the count 0-2, Joe Yund.
Goes to that curveball, and pretty easy take for Hagen even with 2 strikes.
Huh?
That pitch didn't miss by too much, a little high in the zone. Evens the count at 2-2. And that pitch missed the mark. Now it's going to be a full count. Pitch off the plate will earn him the walk.
Trei Driskell.
Yeah, the walks have been far too many for the Cardinal pitching staff this evening.
Harder!
Driskell, a couple of walks in the game. Two 1 pitch is high, 3-1.
Again, an opportunity to put another runner on base, and Speltz doesn't want to lose it in this situation as well, 1 away. And he is.
Back-to-back walks with 1 out.
Yeah, we saw Dujmovic warm up just for a short time in the bullpen. But
Colten Riebel.
I didn't even realize we
have a new catcher. Yeah, and I was just looking that up because I just saw that myself. That would be Eric Pask, new catcher for the Cardinals.
Colten Riebel singled and scored in the second. Walked twice in the third, once with the bases loaded, driving in a run, and he also scored a run in that inning. Called strike. A couple of grumbles from the Centennial crowd, but in a game they're up by 12, or up by 10, they're not going to complain too much.
I would say not.
Outside, 2-2. Thought about going for that one.
He did.
And it was well upstairs. It's a full count. This one popped up in the infield. Pask is there to squeeze it in foul territory for the second out.
Get that, kid. Next up for the Cougars, first
Good big second out with runners at first and second.
Bring up first baseman Theo Johnson. First pitch swinging high into the night air in left center. 3 Cardinals converge, and finally squeezing it is Hansen for out number 3. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Centennial 12, Coon Rapids 2.
Marie, you have prediabetes.
Prediabetes? I don't have time to eat right or exercise. I'm a busy mom.
Oh, you're a busy mom.
Yeah.
This is great news. Busy moms never get prediabetes.
Wait, what?
Let me just... Yeah, this is all the people at risk for prediabetes, and way over here, busy moms. No?
Coon Rapids needs to score in order to keep this game going. They trail by 10. A big, big inning in the third for the Cougars. A happy birthday to that man on the camera over there. All the foul balls going the other way. Haven't had a chance to give a happy birthday shout out to Mr. David Immy.
What's that,
joining us on his birthday.
57, 58?
I thought he was like 32. But he worked with the CTN crew doing the Saints game this afternoon, and now doing some night ball. Jake Dujmovic, first pitch, lined back up the middle for a leadoff single.
That's the way you want to start a thing. When you need a rally here, you're down by 10. You don't score a run, the game is over. Well, the Cardinals are looking to get a rally going here in the bottom half of the 5th.
Well, and this is the first time that Nordby's had any trouble with the top of the order. He's retired the top 3, 1, 2, 3, both times he's faced him. Now Morrissette.
Actually, it's Alex Bowie.
Oh, and he ripped it to center, but good positioning there for Pierson for out number 1.
Yeah, he jumped all over that first pitch. Gave it a ride, but as you mentioned, Pierson right there to corral it.
Now Zach Remund, he's been struck out both times by Nordby. First pitch just a little bit high, 1-0. This one skied out of play, and it's 1-1.
A little bit earlier in the evening, I would have tried for that one, but since it's a little later, I'm a little more mellow at this point.
That's a great excuse. Earlier, I would have had that. Curveball didn't really break that time. It's 2-1. Up high again, 3-1.
Nordby not trying to lose Remund here in this situation.
Only one walk allowed by Nordby to this point in the contest. And that one is in there, and Remund, kind of a late decision to swing at that one. And it's a full count.
Yeah, he'd like to get him here because the dangerous hitter coming up in John Olson.
Goes down after that one, chopped to Schoephoerster at third. He had to go across because there was no time to get the lead man at second. They do get that second out.
It's important when it keeps the runner at the bag.
Well, now John Olson and Dayo Lawal have not been retired, and that's not. Oh, Lawal, that's right. Lawal got replaced by Pask. Pitch in the dirt. Nice stop there by Haugen.
Yeah, did a good job of just letting it hit the chest protector, keep it in front of him.
John Olson has scored both Cardinal runs, a walk and a run scored in the second, a double and a run scored in the fourth. Trying to keep this game alive for the home team on senior night with Dujmovic at second. This one hit high but not very deep to right. Coming in on it is Riebel. He's there. The catch is made and the game is over.
Well, tough one for the Cardinals to lose here in this situation. And it's a situation that'll drop them to 10-7, and certainly will affect where they will line in the section coming up here in a little over a week.
Yeah, not at all what anyone would have been expecting in either dugout and either fan base, and certainly not the television crew, with a team coming in with an team ERA under 2 runs a game.
Yes, absolutely.
To give up that 9-run third inning and end up losing in a quick one, 12-2 in 5 innings.
Yeah, and they've got some tough non-conference games coming up. Armstrong on Thursday, and then I believe Minnetonka on Friday, and then I think they play Eastview on Monday, and that'll end the season for them. regular season anyway.
So they'll have to shake this one off quickly. We will be shaking it off until playoff time because that's all we have left for you on the spring schedule here at CTN. Playoff baseball lies ahead, but that's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score from Wintercrest, it's Centennial 12, Coon Rapids 2. Want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying goodnight.